Okay, welcome back everyone. How are you doing today? June has just begun and number of finished keyboards is still 0, but yeah, we are getting there slowly. Alrighty, looks like the stream is live, at least for now. Okay, so I guess we should get to work finally, push some keyboards around. Okay, so going back to the last stream, now I know why my stream stopped working, why I wasn't able to change the cameras at the end of the stream. So it happened that I think around the same time there was an update for Stream Deck and the OBS plugin, and it completely broke my stream. I wasn't able to make it to work throughout the Thursday and Friday. That's partially why there was no stream on Friday, because I was still trying to figure it out. Hopefully today I got everything nailed down and there will be no issues like that. And going back to the keyboard at hand, yeah, so as I said, I printed the design I was thinking about, so the one with the flap like this. So, you know, if you decide to go with 65, Azotec 65, it looks kind of okay, right? It fills the whole space. So it looks almost like it was designed for that. But then if you try to put this one back, try to hide it, well, it doesn't look good anymore. You can clearly see there's a difference. Even if I slap a trackball, I have this enlarged trackball. So one thing I am not happy about this space over here. It makes the whole keyboard kind of too big to my liking. I'm not a fan of this empty space. Oh, hello Daniel. Hello, long time no see. So as I said, I'm not a fan of this space. I'm good. How have you been doing? I haven't been streaming too much lately. So this space, I don't like it. And then another thing I was looking at was that I don't know why I made these keys at such a steep angle. I think it's gonna be something like 45 degrees. So that kind of doesn't really make much sense. I guess we can do it like maybe 30, 35, so we can change that. And then another thing I just realized, because I slapped 1.5, the length of this key is 1.5, this one is 125, and I realized that probably this one will be too long, even though like it feels to be okay. In a way, I think we need to change this. So not only rotate it a little bit, I would like to change this to 125. This one can stay 125 at the same time. And also if we shorten this one, I think we have to look back and bring back the rotation that we had before. This one was something like this. So I think I did that because it was like better, a better alignment with the thumb. But yeah, complaining about the keyboard or about the streaming. I'm never happy with my keyboards. I don't know why. Maybe I should stop doing this. Yeah, so going back to this part, well, I'm very confused. I think I'll have to drop this 65. And we will have to go about all. Yeah, probably. Maybe it's the age. And I think we're just gonna stick to this design. So this is CQ40. I think we can fit in roughly Azotec 43. So it's gonna look good. And then our trackball. And then trackball would be something like this. So it looks kind of okay, I would say. So I think we can shrink this wall, move everything to the right. I would have to check like the alignment of the tracking device. Maybe we can leave it where it is. So we can leave it as it is. And what else? Okay, so this, and that, yeah. Okay, that should do it, at least for now. So I'm a bit sad that like I have to drop this, but like it doesn't really fit either this or having like I don't know, two-piece design. Also like too much work. Probably I don't think it's gonna pay off to design two different keyboards just for this one. That would go as well with the PCB probably. Although maybe PCB we can just route the wire, so maybe with the PCB, yeah, but like the PCB would still need to be larger because I would like to have underglow going around all the diodes, like around the edge of the keyboard. So then I can't really do it if I have a variable size sensor over here, so that's gonna be problematic. So yeah, I think we have to say goodbye to this one. I was really thinking about it quite a lot for the past couple of days. And yeah, even though this is my favorite trackpad sensor because it's large enough, it has really good tracking, I find Azotec 43 just a tiny bit maybe too small. Even though, yeah, when you look at it, it's almost the size of Circuit 40. So basically should be okay. Maybe it's just me issue, maybe. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do today. And maybe something else. We'll see how it goes, how much time I'm gonna waste on this one. We could also take a look at the diodes over here. I think I will still need to add one more over here. Definitely there will be quite a lot of work with this part, the thumb cluster, because I will have to move all of this stuff probably up. I don't know why I made it so steep. Yeah, I wish I was getting cash out of it. Alrighties, here we are. I guess I will maybe... Okay, let's take a look on the previous project. Maybe it will be... Okay, don't tell me I changed that already. Yeah, now the real work has to begin. Okay, is this one still changed? What's the distance from here to here? Okay, 8543. And over here, have I changed that already? Okay, it's the same. So maybe we can check a different one. How about this one? This should be the old plate. Probably. Yeah, it looks like it. Somehow it looks more... somehow it looks better. Yeah, this is the old plate because it still has the socket over here changed a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna grab it for now, just to have a good view. Okay, let's do it like this. Okay, this one we can close. Okay, so that's the latest, right? Let's see, so that's the right side top. Okay, just quick import like this and paste. Okay, how much larger is it? That's kind of odd because it doesn't look that much bigger. Okay, now I'm confused again. Is this the old one over here? Oh no, these two are the big ones. I don't think I have the small one, I mean the old version printed anywhere. Yeah, so looking over here, it doesn't look that big, that much bigger. What is the distance from here? From this edge to this edge is what? Okay, 7 millimeters. Doesn't seem like much. Yeah, but still this part has no place here. I can't really make it swap correctly without having it like being so much different than the rest. So yeah, this one must go. This one must go. But like the overall shape, it doesn't look that bad. Maybe we can shorten it a little bit, since we don't really need that much space. Oh, so far it's not that much expensive, cheaper hobby. So far it's not that bad. It's more like time consuming. And you're never sure if you've done the correct way, then shit doesn't work like you were thinking it would work. Some key doesn't fit the way it was supposed to fit, and everything goes to hell. Well, I think for this one we'll have to do maybe at least hand-wired prototype, just to check if I really like it. Alrighty. Okay, I think also for this one I have also moved... okay, where are we? Okay, pointing devices, is it gonna be here? Let's see. Okay, the trackball, oh what a mess. Okay, so that's the original. Makes you wonder, because I think I've moved it a little bit. Yes, just a tiny bit. It's not fully aligned. But that doesn't matter. Let's see. Okay, so that's the masking plate. Okay. So I think, okay, maybe first thing first, let's save it as a new version. Just in case I wanted to come back, I can still do that. Okay, so let's take a look now. Where's the trackball? Over here. Okay, how can I cut this? I would like to take the shortest possible route. Okay, maybe let's make a opening first. Okay, so how can I cut that? It would be good if I just okay, if I cut it like this, that's not gonna do much. I would like to preserve this edge. I think it looks kind of okay compared to the old version. Okay, maybe we can do something about it. Let's see, if I drop a plane over here. Okay, how much space we would like to have from here? Okay, so that will be this, and I know 5 millimeters is gonna be enough. Yeah, but we still need to check okay, other sensors, because I might be too quick to cut, and then it will turn out that, for example, something doesn't fit, like for example this one. Oh yeah, so yeah, Azotec will be almost on the edge, if I see correctly. Like, yeah. So we need a little bit more space. So that will be for Azotec. And how about the Circuit trackpad? Is it gonna fit as well? The full one? Oh yeah, okay, just a tiny bit. Alrighty, so okay, not like this. Oh. Okay, let's do one more line. So that one was okay, that is odd. Why is it? Okay, alright, so that's 5. So let's do another 5. Okay, and move it till the, okay, this spot. Okay, that should give us quite a lot of space. Okay, but before I cut it, I think it would be a good idea to take a look on this key and on these two actually. Okay, I think I have mock somewhere for the keycaps. Okay, not this one. Switch outline. Yeah. I think it would be better to do it like this. Okay, so we need to change this. So this one was 1.5. So we need to make 125. Oh, maybe we don't have to make anything. We can just copy and paste. Because this one is 125. Am I correct? Probably. Okay, so 125 looks something like this over here. So then we can move this one a little bit. Okay, what is it? Yeah, so we can move this one a little bit up. And this one, I think it should be something like this. But okay, then there is a question, for example, if we make it a little bit taller, would it cause like the thumb, for example, if you put your hand on, okay, let's see like this. So if I rotate it like this, and then I try to put my thumb, so having it like this high up wouldn't make me to now go even higher, and then wouldn't I kind of like hit the tracking device at the same time? I wonder if I can measure the angle over here somehow. Let's see, how about I do it like this and this. What does it say? Okay, angle between objects 147. It doesn't really... Okay, let's do it like this. If I... Okay, it doesn't say the angle. How about this one? Well, 147, that's kind of odd. Okay, 150. Okay, maybe I will try to do it like this. Oh, it fused these two together? No. Oh yeah, looks like it. Oh, that sucks. Why would it do that? Yeah, it's one surface right now. Yeah, it just vanished. Okay, no problem. I can quickly spawn a new one. Or can I? It just broke. Ah, shit. Okay, now it's done. Okay, let's go back to the roots and let's try to align this one so that it's like... okay, we try align to this key with this switch and then we're gonna move it. Alright. Okay, this is not 1905. Oh, it is, right? This is 1905? Oh yes, okay, perfect. So, I think I can move it like this. Alright, so this is more or less how it would look like if we just like slap it over here. Okay, what's the angle that would satisfy us? Okay, this is not 45, this is 35. Okay, so I think that's the angle that I can tolerate. Because if we do 45, okay, it's a little bit more steep. Okay, so it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Oh, it's like, okay, I guess, can we leave it like that and just move it? This is like a 1905, so we can definitely move. Okay, so that's gonna be this one. Okay, something like this. I think the height gonna be okay. Although a little bit tempted to move it a little bit up over here, something like this. Okay, the hard choice. Well, I think on this position it's kind of okay. Okay, if I move it a little bit up, then like the upper part of the thumb will be involved. Because like the overall position of the hand shouldn't change. And yeah, we do have some space still left for the pointing devices. So because I don't know, it looks kind of odd. Like first of all, it feels like the angle over here is not like, it's a little bit too much. It looks like 45 degrees. But in fact it's not, it's 35, which 35 is kind of okay. I think I've been using this angle for quite some time, but I have never put a key this long over here. But then if I would like to something more gentle like this. But then this one won't really fit that well. A little bit lighter angle, and then for this one, yeah, first of all, this one is too long. It was supposed to be 1.5. Okay, I think I need to bring one more, 125. Give me a sec. Okay, I have my goodies back. How about this? A little bit up. And maybe smaller angle. Okay, well, I don't want to risk putting it too far up and then having redo the whole keyboard just because I wanted to move it. I think the original position would be fine. Okay, screw it. Let's go with the original one. Just move it because now they are smaller. Even this one could be even maybe larger, like 125, 1.5. Okay, 1.5. It's gonna be at the edge. Yeah, but like up to like whoever will be building it can put 125 or can use 1.5. Okay, let's leave it as it is. Oops. Okay, so that's the socket. What's that? Is this the edge? Okay, so I don't have to move it. Yeah, it's still within the range. Okay, but this one probably won't be. Okay, so these two keycaps, they should be okay. We should still have like maybe 1 millimeter space, maybe a little bit more, because this is 1905, so yeah, it should be good. Should have a good margin. Okay, so far so good. Although this wall is kind of bugging me. Oh, okay. I was thinking that if I move it, I'm gonna break past this this edge, but looks like it didn't happen. Okay, so partially done. Okay, this one as well. Okay, now I'm happy. Alright, not so bad so far. So that's gonna be our edge. 5 mm over here should be enough. We have this edge. Okay, might be difficult to cut. I don't want to cut through this. I would like to preserve this part. Okay, how can I do that? It looks like I'm gonna cut into the socket over here. Okay, that's not that bad. Alright, let's chop it off. Like this. Okay, this one will be where we need to end. So does it mean if I grab it? Okay, it should be something like this. Okay, it doesn't look too good. How far can I push it? Like this should be okay. Does it look good? Okay, there's still space for the screw over here. We're gonna extend this edge. Okay, over here things are getting a little bit complicated because this is where the knob will be. Okay, but maybe we can move it more to the center. Okay, that's not an issue. We can always move it, I hope. Let's see what's underneath, because it might happen that over here there is some maybe USB or something, and that might make things a little bit more difficult. Ah yes, of course, USB is here. But still some time, still some space left. Okay, so we'll have to move it somehow. I think the shape is gonna be okay. So what will be the distance actually? If we look over here. Okay, 8.47. Okay, let's make it 8.5. Okay. Okay, I think we have to cut it one more time. Because I'm too lazy to make new a new hole over here, so I will just try to move it. Okay, and we need to cut the bottom as well. I mean, not the bottom, the mid part, right? It's over here. Okay, not so bad, but it's still gonna need some work. Okay, also kind of cut into USB. Okay, fixed already. Okay, let's take a look how the other part fits. Okay, we have a nice fit. Together with the edge over here, we have, I think it's like 0.005 distance. Yes, 0.005. Okay, it wasn't that bad, although we're not done yet. Would be nice to fill this one. Can I make a blend? Okay, I can. Okay, so this thing is done. Okay, the rest of the plate, how does it look like? Not great. Okay, we're gonna have a little bit of problem over here, probably getting this one done. Okay, I will try to remove it like this. Okay, that kind of worked. How does it look like with the socket? Okay, socket is getting in the way a little bit, but that is also not a problem because the part that is important. So this one is not important. Important part is this one over here. So this is just the frame. So that is okay. We can work with that. Okay, almost done. Okay, there's still this part over here. Okay, for now I'm gonna just make an opening over here, but probably later I'm gonna move it. I will see how it's gonna look like. Okay, I don't think that worked that well. I wanted to cut out this opening over here, but at the same time I think it messed up a little bit. Or did it? Oh, maybe not so bad. Okay, we can work on that later. Okay, let's focus on this part first. And this might be easier to solve. Okay, I wonder if I can just cut out this piece like that. No, it's not gonna work. Okay, now it's better. Okay, I a little bit messed up this socket, but I think it should be fine either way. Okay, almost done. How does it look like? Not bad, I guess. We still need to take care of this part over here. This one is still not done, but maybe I would like to take a look first at the pointing devices. Okay, so the trackball, Azotec 43, alright. I don't want this. Okay, let's forget the spacer. Okay, it doesn't look that bad. And what else? What else? Okay, the circuit over here. Okay, also quite okay. Looks like everything should fit. Okay, let's take a look over here. What do we have here? Oh yeah, right. The screw. Okay, this one might be tricky. Because I think I overlooked one thing. If we take a look on the mid plate, yeah, a little bit not okay. Okay, we can forget about this cutout. Alright, so okay, now things are getting difficult. Do I have encoder anywhere? Probably encoder won't fit now. Okay, this is where the MCU should be. So I think USB we can move a little bit to the left. Encoder is not taking that much space and there's nothing sticking out from the bottom from the encoder. So I think we can move this USB, but maybe a little bit later. What I wanted to check was how big will be how big is the encoder, like how far can we push it from the wall, or should we push it? I'm pretty much sure I had it somewhere. Ah, yes, it's over here. Okay, it still sits. Okay, so it's not that bad. Let's say we move it to here. Okay, I think it would be best if it was a little bit more towards this side, and the reason for that is it would be best to have it here, I guess, because it will be easier to reach, like from the trackball over here. It will be easier to reach if it's here compared to here, but maybe at the same time, if we have a long enough knob, that shouldn't be an issue at the same time. If you look at it from here, let's take a look like this. So encoder is over there, and I don't have a knob. I'm pretty much sure I saw one somewhere. Okay, never mind. So with the trackball right here, it's gonna be something like this, I suppose. Hope I can grab it. Yeah, so when you try to rotate, you're gonna hit this part. So the further it is to the left, the more space you will have. So yeah, I guess it would be best to have it here. If it's too here, you're gonna bump into this part, sadly. Although, yeah, I mean, depends how you grab it, right? Maybe like from this angle, it's not that bad, and there is still some space. Yeah, if you look at it, yeah, nothing is really blocking. I have a full motion. Okay, so maybe it's not that bad. I hate those things, like trying to figure out where things gonna fit the best. Okay, if we rotate 45. Okay, something like this. Okay, yet another thing. So if I do it like this, I'm gonna lose space for the diode. Probably I would like to have a diode over here for the underglow. So we have to think about it. And okay, now when I think about the diodes, so what about over here? I mean, my encoder doesn't really need the pins or anything like that, doesn't need a huge cutouts. I only need like 3 holes over here. I still have a footprint, so we might be able to stick like one diode somewhere underneath. Okay, one here. Also would be cool to have like a underglow under the encoder, because I was also thinking of having perky RGB, but that might be okay. That's gonna be probably impossible if I would like to do both chalk and MX, because as far as I can remember, if you mix them two together, there will be no space for the diode to put in. Although at the same time, I don't know if it's a good idea to have MX based chalk keyboard. That's kind of wasteful. Okay, let's move this fella. Okay, so I can't have it over here. The problem solved. So there will definitely be space for the diode over here, because there is no space. There's no way to put the encoder here anyway. Okay, let's go back. Maybe it would be easier if I make this part transparent, so at least I can see where I'm moving. Okay, let's make it standard 1.2 distance from the wall. Let's move it a little bit away from the edge. Okay, I guess that's the best I can do with it. Okay, how's the USB coming along over here? Okay, not so great. Is that a bit blocked? So now we have one piece for the whole midsection. All right, I think we should move it a little bit. I wish Design Spark had this feature that if I click twice, it would select like all the edges or the walls around. I think something like Blender, I don't know if Blender has, I mean, I know that in Blender you can choose like faces like next to one another. I don't know if it's like a standard double click or if it's some kind of a shortcut. If I would like to move this, I need to select one by one. Okay, where can I move it? How about we drop it maybe halfway from here? And here. Where is it? Okay, didn't quite work. Is that gonna be enough? Is that gonna be enough for the legs from the encoder? Because it tends to be a little bit... Okay, I have a different one over here. Yeah, so I have this other model. That's, I think it's left angled or something like that. So this one has legs on one side, but makes me wonder. Okay, maybe we can use it like this. Then the legs will be facing downwards. Because we are not gonna be soldering it into the PCB. And we're not gonna do that because I've never done this before like that, because I always found it that so now I know why. Because if we do that, it's gonna be sticking out way too far up. What is the height of it? Yeah, 6.5, and our top plate is only 5 for MX, so that's gonna be above the top plate. Yeah, and even if you try to cover it with some kind of a knob or something like that, there will be still visible space. So yeah, I don't like that. So I have never put an encoder like this. So I'm not gonna change that. I think it looks better. It looks better like this. Just take a look. When you have just a tiny part of the shaft sticking out, it's still enough to put a knob or anything you need. Yeah, But then yeah, there's the issue that you can't attach it to the PCB. You just have to have a hole inside the PCB and deal with it like this. But it's not that much problematic at the same time, because you don't even have to do any magic to make it hold in place, because you have a screw, so you just screw it in and this will prevent it from rotating. So it's not that bad. Okay, so how are we doing? Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it over here. There is no other there's no other place where I could place it. Over here, I must say it's tempting. Well, I have one other board where I have it somewhere else. Give me a second, I can show you. This one over here, I have it stuck right here, and I have to say it's kind of okay, maybe not okay. Like when I look at it right now, it seemed okay at the time when I was building it, but now like if you can't rotate it if you hold it like this, you have to go at a steeper angle. If you rotate it like this, there is still, you don't really touch the key that much. Yeah, but I think this is not a good choice. It's kind of limiting, and yeah, like looking at it right now, I think it might be difficult because we have a trackball moved a little bit to the right. So this one will be probably getting in the way when you try to like flick the ball like this to the bottom. So over there it's gonna be perfect, I assume, just like over here. Yeah, should be okay. All right. Okay, so with all the sockets in place like this, looks like it should be okay. Yeah, we have quite some space over here. Well, maybe now I can finally put my LEDs somewhere over here, maybe. And do like a cutout. So for the 4 LEDs. Although I am still kind of debating, maybe I should just leave the screen, because I already have a design over here with the screen. Okay, that's the left part. Yeah, so it looks like this. So the screen is here. Okay, when I look at it right now, let's see, because I'm thinking, what's the... Do we have some extra keys over here? Oh yeah, I think we have some extra keys. And probably due to the fact that the thumb cluster is a little bit too long. Okay, I'm a little bit surprised. Yes, we have 1, 2, 3 from the center. Okay, here we have only 2. Oh yeah, okay, so yeah, if we leave it like that, we're gonna end up over here. So that's why I have one more row. I mean, one more column. Okay, so maybe we can do something with encoder over here. Maybe we don't need it on the right side. Yeah, I completely forgot about it. This is probably due to the fact that I have enlarged those keys. We still have to fix this part, but that still won't be enough to cut this whole one column. Yeah, looks like I have quite a lot of space over here. Well, what I can do at the same time, I might cut this column off, move the screen a little bit to the right and to the bottom, so that the screen will be spaced out from the screw, and maybe drop encoder on top, because I don't really have that much use for this one column. Probably it's gonna be wasted space. I mean, no point having keys that are not really included in the layout, and at the same time there will be even more keys available because I will have one more infrared diode, so 2 over here, so that will be plenty of like additional hotkeys. So looks like the left side's gonna be a little bit more work than I was expecting. Okay, I think it looks okay from this side. Okay, this USB, I don't think I'll be using it. Okay, so for now I guess that's it in terms of the top plate and the switches and encoders and pointing devices. Yeah, that should be good. I think even the standard knob, I think the smallest one is like 15, maybe? Let's take a look quickly. Damn, AliExpress and their crap. I'm looking for the familiar ones. Okay, not this one. These look kind of familiar. Okay, so like 15 by 16, 23. Will I be able to fit in 23? Oh, I don't think so. Yeah, 23 is too big. But 15? 15 should work. Yeah, 15 should be okay. So it's 15 by 16.5. Okay, yeah, not so bad. Are there any other ones that we can check? How about this? It's the same crap. Oh yeah, this one. Okay, this one looks familiar. Okay, 15. Okay, still the same. 15, 16. It's all okay. So basically looks like we should be good. Okay, so this one is done, encoder is done, pointing devices are done. Switches are moved. The question is, do I really want to leave it like this, or do I want to rotate this key just how it was originally? And then I would have to move it down at the same time. Yeah, it would need to be something like this. Okay, I think I'm gonna do it like this. I think I like it. It shouldn't do any harm. I think I can bring it a little bit closer like this. Okay. the question is, having it like this, okay, it makes me think, do I have the keys? Because that might cause an issue when I look at it. So let's say we have this key like this. Okay, and this one is like this. So sometimes it might happen that you're gonna press it like that and like bend your thumb. So if this one happens to be a little bit lower, you might end up hitting this keycap with your thumb. But if they are kind of aligned, there will be a little bit more space. Okay, why does it have to be so difficult to figure out things? But if I try to move it back a little bit, it might be too short for the thumb. It might be a little bit too short for the thumb to reach. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna take the risk. Looking at it, even this is like the spacing size. So the actual keycap, it should be shorter, maybe something like this. Same goes here. And the standard switch keycap should be something like this. Well, it's not quite aligned like this, but does it really matter that much? Okay, someone just followed. BRQ Lee Lauch. Alright, thank you for following. That's a cool name. BRQL Lee Lauch. Okay, cool. Thanks for following. Glad to have you here. Okay, now it should be perfect. Probably this like 3.3 millimeters, so what was the distance? One more time. Oh, it didn't show. Anyways, it wasn't that much. Okay, but I think right now they are kind of aligned. Like the edge of this one, it's kind of like extension. If you extend this edge, you should land on this edge. So I guess it will be okay. Damn, I really don't want to do hand wiring for this one. But making PCB, I don't think it makes sense. At least not yet. Now we have to adjust the walls. Okay, I think I messed up something. This one, perfect. Okay, I think it looks better. How it's gonna turn out, like in practice, like does it really make a difference having it like this, aligned a little bit? I mean, angled a little bit more, or having it at the same angle as the other one? Probably not much difference. But I think it looks better like this. Okay, so this one right is done probably. Okay, the thing that I wanted to avoid, but we can only avoid it this so long, we have to fix the diodes over here. So this is still like the very old design for the big diodes that we are not using. Because since Cordy we are using the small ones. And the question is, do I have any kind of a design for that? If I can just plug them in, that would be cool. And there was this import over here. Okay, we don't need that anymore. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, so this is how it looks like. I don't think I have it anywhere in like a easy to plug in way. Probably I haven't even dropped it on the stash. Okay, do we have infrared? There is something, okay, but it's only the sensor. This might come handy as well, but I don't have a socket, like a proper socket. Mini jack, okay. Okay, we're gonna do some cutting on this one. We don't need this part. It looks like something is missing. Okay, still something missing. There should be like a holder over here, it's gone. Okay, now it's complete. That's gonna be tricky, I'm afraid. Okay, if I can just pull this edge, I might be able to cut the remaining part, like so. Okay, it wasn't that bad, although I'm not done yet, but yeah. So basically this is how it's gonna look like. Let's make it one piece, it'll be easier to move. Okay, has it changed anything? No, it's okay, right, perfect. Okay, I would like it to be a little bit more to the right. Okay, so far it's not that bad. Can I center it somehow? Okay, first of all, it's a little bit too tall. And second, I think it's a little bit too large. Well, we can make this part smaller, not a problem. Okay, but then there is another issue that we might be having over here, and the issue is that how am I gonna print that with this sticking out like this? I mean, I can always print the plate facing up like this, so that will be this way, so there should be no problem. Would that be difficult to print? Maybe not so much, because like I don't think anything over here needs supports. Like these small openings, they don't need support, so we don't need support over here. Encoders don't need support as well. This one also doesn't need support. So it should be fine. Okay, I think it's sticking out a little bit. Okay, now it's aligned with the edge of the top plate. Okay, definitely we need to cut it open. I mean, we need to cut out a shape for the infrared. Okay, so these are going bye-bye. Okay, that's the new one. Okay, and the question is, like, how tall should it be from the bottom? Let's go over here. Let's make it 3.2. I think I have another keyboard where I have it. I think I have like a correct height for it. Although this one was for a different diode, but the height still stands okay. there you are. Okay, so what is the distance from here to here? Okay, 2.4. 2.43. Okay. Wouldn't be too tall. I think it would be okay even for chalk if we do it like 3.2. Yeah, this one definitely would be much more difficult to print, but I prefer this sensor. It's way better, easier to use, and we don't need extra resistors for that. And what else? And it doesn't shine through the PLA, because the ones that I've been using before, I don't think I have one. Okay, I have them over here. Probably you won't be able to see. And there is one. Okay, maybe we can just Google it. TCRT 5000. Yeah, this one, exactly. So that's the one. So what I've been doing, I was just removing them from this. That's why they kind of like stopped working, because PLA, sometimes the infrared can shine through it depending on the color of the PLA. Like I think I had no issues when it was a black color, but then gray, white was the worst. White was like there was no divider between them. So I was getting like false readings. Could be a way out if we could just stack this whole thing underneath. But then it won't be that easy to solder it in. Yeah, so I have to give up on this one. And on top of that, you still need resistors to like adjust the sensitivity, because by default, if you go with just one value, let's say like 68, so I think the maximum distance this one can like sense is like 2 centimeters, I guess. So that's quite a lot. The other one, I think it's TCRT 1500, if I remember correctly. Maybe 5500. What are the models? I think it's Vishay CRT. Okay, this one is okay. That was okay, 1000. So I was close. TCRT 1000. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, this one is perfect. It doesn't really need much. Okay, so no way around it. We have to use this one. I think the height will be okay. 3.2 is just right. Let's copy it and drop it over here, just in the center. Holy shit. Okay, we have a problem, because you have a screw over here, and if I would like to have two of these. Also not quite happy with how thick this one is. This edge should be larger. Okay, what is the distance from here to, okay, 1005. Okay, this part, I wonder why the screw is like off center, if I can call it like that. I think it should be aligned with this. Okay, I think we can fix it. Let's grab this part. Okay, not great. Okay, what we can do, we can maybe move them up a little bit. Ah, 0.5 shouldn't do any harm. Ah, yeah, right. We have a cutout over here. Probably I won't be able to move it. So what I will try, I would just try to make a plane over here and try to pull it down to fill this space, and then we can, I mean the diode is moved already, so maybe we can try to cut a new shape later on. I hope it's gonna work even though this wall is missing. Yeah, like this, and maybe just projecting this one would get the job done, or maybe not so much. Okay, now. Okay, and we just need to make a new hole over here. Ah, maybe I can just move this one. How it's gonna work? Not so good. If we go all the way to here. Okay, it vanished. Nice. Okay, back to infrared, so they look kind of misaligned. Okay, how far is this one from the center of this? 10.3. And how about this one? Okay, 10.03. How about we make it just 10? new cutouts. Okay, why this one is not inside infrared? Go back over here. Okay, not so bad. So we should have enough space to fit in the screw. I think the height should be okay as well. Okay, let's take a look what's happening at the bottom. Okay, so that's the old one. Okay, this one needed an opening over here. But for this one, I think the legs will be sticking out from here. Like this. That is actually better for us. It will be easier to create a PCB. But what we need to do... Okay, I see this one is a little bit lower. Okay, so first of all, we need to align with the bottom plate. Like this, and okay, this one we also should cut. Okay, where is this plane? Okay. Okay, I forgot about this as well. But I think, okay, also when I was cutting the first one, it also cut this. So perfect. I just need to remove. Okay, I have to say that it's looking quite okay. A lot of parts reused from Cordy, but that is actually a good thing. Trying to nail this one down to have like a proper fit, so that would clip in and everything will fit and it wouldn't like fall off. Took me some time. But now I can just copy paste and be happy with it. It makes me think if I'm not like overdoing those diodes over here. Like, do we really need so many keys? But at the same time, it doesn't really hurt. I'm a little bit unhappy with how thick this part is. Okay, and one more thing I would like to check. Okay, going back to the previous project, 4.4 was it? Like, what was the spacing? Because I might have overdone on spacing. There might be not enough room. Let's take a look. Okay, work and the top plate, right top. There you go, and sockets. Oh no, okay, it's fine. Okay, anything else I need to take care of? Yeah, so looking at it from this angle, I think if we were to make a PCB, we can just have an edge of the PCB over here, like this, and have like a, I forgot the name, is it like castellated or something, that you can have like a pin over here, a castellated pad. So the legs will be sticking out from here, like this. So that shouldn't really take much to solder them in. And like by default they should be pressing against the PCB. Okay, give me a sec, guys. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, so looks like that should be okay. Are we gonna find out when we make a PCB, like how good of an idea was that? But it looks promising. Because if we went with the other diode, with this one for example, so that would be very difficult to solder in, because we would have to do some kind of wiring maybe, or something like that. Because like the legs on this one are a little bit different. Looking at it, oh well, not a concern right now. Alright, so the diodes, the stuff over here. Okay, so far so good. Okay, I think that's it for the right side, at least for now. What I would like to do is to take a look on the left. Okay, how are we doing here? And this one we can fix easily. The diode, okay, this one needs to move as well. Okay, I think I will have to change this one, this edge. I would like it to be the same angle as here. What's the angle over here? Probably it's gonna be some bullshit, 135. Okay. And this one is what? Probably the same? No, 120. Okay, so the goddamn screen and the switches over here. Okay, so that's the left side. So we have an infrared over here as well. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, the screen and this additional pad. A good thing is that, for example, when you work with Design Spark Mechanical, like if you have left and right side, like I have over here, usually I don't flip them, so like the left side needs to be flipped on the slicer, or maybe not flipped, mirrored. But the good thing is that then, especially for keyboards, it works well. You can just overlay left and right side, and like right here, I can easily fix those sockets over here. No problem. I can see like how does the left side compare to the right side. So it's all quite nice. So I can move this one out of the way. I can prepare the opening, so it's gonna be exactly the same. It looks kind of too big. 21.2, it's kind of odd. Is this one fixed? Okay, so I was right. I needed to move this one a little bit to cover the hole. I think this one is rotated the same way already, so I don't have to rotate it at all. What I need to do, I just need to align it, maybe. That'd be okay. Okay, that's the midpoint. What the hell is that? Okay, this looks like the part of the bottom. Okay, so are these aligned together? Yeah, it would seem so. And this one's kind of like far away. Okay, that is odd. Okay, I think I moved the wrong one. Yeah, exactly. So that's the original one, and that's the one that needs to be moved. Oh, now it's correct. Okay, what else are we missing over here? This socket. Okay, this one is done. Oh, okay, so the angle here is 120. Okay, 135 finally. So this means we will have to move this one as well. We have to move this. Okay, and looking at it, maybe we can fit in one more screw somewhere over here. Why is it rotating like if I hit this? Let's work on this part. Okay, how's the mid looking? This should be easy fix. Okay, now I can transplant infrared to this side. Okay, that was easy, I have to admit. Okay, what about this? I think we can close this part. Have I closed the other one? I can't remember. Oh, why not? Okay, maybe this way. Probably it's complaining about this part, and this way it worked no problem. Ah, yeah. Okay, now I get it. Okay, so we have a similar distance on both sides. That should work for us. Okay, the top plate. Okay, so the meat is over here. Okay, we're gonna do it sometime later maybe. Okay, we have one more infrared to drop. Okay, that... How is the distance over here? It makes me wonder if you're gonna need this cutout over here for the diode. Let's see. Okay, I think we have to rotate it. Like this. Okay, so the cutout, I don't think we gonna be needing it. Let's see. This opening over here, this part over here is meant, actually this whole thing is meant to, for like a tool, to be able to push it out if you would like to like remove it or do something with it. I don't know, maybe I will leave it like that. It's good to have some like extra space. Like over here we are okay, because they will be facing this way. Okay, there is a little bit... Okay, this one is hidden. Okay, what is the thickness of this part? 485. Something is off. And this shouldn't be like that. Okay, and it's fixed. And I think we still have enough room. Shouldn't be a problem with the infrared. Okay, what next? Switches done over here, infrared done on both sides. The screw moved over here. Okay, this one, this edge, I think it's okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it like that, although, yeah, this one is a different angle. That's 150. Oh, it's the same. Okay. So we have the top plate sticking out over here, so let's take a look at it right now. Okay, I think it was okay. So the top plate is correct. The meat is messed up. Oh, that's not gonna be fun. I assume that if I want to just move it, okay, so this edge was kind of easy, but that's not the end, because we still have this part over here. Okay, if I grab it, it's kind of interesting. Let's see. Okay, it won't move any further. How about I move it like this? Okay, now go. Yes, I think I can, and so it happens that it's also another streamer. You can check Lander, give me a sec. Lander XO 3D. Yeah, exactly. And that's his home. He's streaming on Twitch, and he's building cool keyboards wireless. So, okay, I can do it like this. Shout out. Oh, I don't have his name. Yeah. Oh. Alright, let's do it like this. And that's his homepage. Yeah. Okay, what's happened with my control? Oh, come on. I don't know if it works, if I can paste. Yeah, like this. Now it works. Yeah, so you can find his channel, you can find his socials and everything. And he has quite a lot of cool keyboards. And just recently he's been building something around 40 keys, so you can check it out. Okay, looks like this is not gonna work. Hey, you're welcome. Yeah, I can only do 8 degrees, and yeah, it's breaking after that. Okay, but that is not actually that much of an issue. The issue is I wanted to move this to be aligned. Oh, this one also doesn't seem to be quite aligned correctly. If I look at it, okay, 395. From here, 395. Okay, and this one is also kind of broken from what I can tell. Although it looks kind of odd. A little bit too deep, I don't know. Okay, anyways, let's try to move it. Okay. Not so fast. I have to grab the edge as well if I want to move the hole. So it has to go together. This part, this one, and this one. This is all one piece. Okay, not so bad, not so bad. Okay, let's try moving this one. I wonder if it's gonna work. Let's align to this part. Okay. Is it correctly aligned? Okay, yeah, quite easy. Oh, I think I messed up over here. I think I grabbed only the edge. Not a problem. I hope I can just... Okay, wrong. Okay, let's grab this edge. I think I need to change direction so it doesn't mess up. And to here. Ah, shit. Now I want this edge. In this direction. Okay, now it's good. Well, okay, wasn't that bad. I think most of the stuff is done. So now the question remains. The biggest questions of them all. Okay, looking at it like this. Okay, what should we do? Should we leave it as is? So we just leave everything, including the screen. And we can skip on the diodes later on, and we're gonna have a screen that will tell us like if it's a game mode, if caps lock is on, and so on. We can remove that, and instead we can drop maybe those 4 diodes over here and move encoder from the right side to the left. Do we have any other options? I can't think of any. And I think we're gonna finish on this one. I need to think about it, and if you have an idea, maybe you can drop a comment on YouTube, maybe, if you happen to be watching, like which option would be better, like leave the screen, remove the screen and remove those extra 3 keys that we have over here, and add encoder on this side, and maybe encoder and screen, or maybe encoder and diodes, or leave it as it is. I don't know, I kind of like it. I think it looks okay. The only thing that is kind of bothering me... Ah no, okay, right, I completely forgot, that's the left side, so these are not kind of extra keys, these are mouse keys. Yeah, so we can't remove them. I completely forgot. Wow, what happened? Okay, so not many options left, I'm afraid. We can't move this edge. Okay, this edge can't be moved this way because we have to accommodate for the infrared, and there's not much space. I can move it. I don't want to cut it like this. I don't want to have a shape like that because it kind of sucks. So we are stuck with this. So the question is, should I leave the screen or should I remove it, and instead of the screen just have like 4 diodes like this? Basically we could move them maybe even to the bottom. Would it be enough space for damn, I hate when it's switching direction. Let's see, 50 millimeters was... Yeah, so if we really wanted to, we could still fit in encoder. It wouldn't be getting in the way. Like, I don't have a left side anywhere. Yeah, so... Okay, I really have to think about it. What should we do? And okay, looking at the right side. Okay, let's add some kind of a pointing device. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, pointing. Let's do trackball. Okay, we could have some diodes, but then there's a question like, how are we gonna solder them in? I think I have have them in the stash. Like, how tall are they? LEDs, there you are, through hole. That's the one. Okay, come here. Okay, how tall are you? Okay, 4.6. So no, we can't have them like that. Definitely we won't be using through hole because they are taller than 2.2 unless what, okay, because since we gonna be printing facing up like this, so we could also add some kind of something like this, like a rectangle, like a bump extrusion, and just make a bevel over here for the diodes like this. We can have both, we can have diodes and the screen as well. Okay, I need to think about it. I think I also need to check how many pins am I gonna be needing, because I am still not quite sure if I would like to continue with I2C expanders or if I would like to do dual MCU, and if so, like how many pins I'm gonna be needing for that. Alright, okay, I guess that's it for today. I need to think about it a little bit, and it's okay, tomorrow is Tuesday, so I won't be streaming probably. Unless I start playing Resident Evil, I think I will just put some thoughts into this one and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so if you have an idea like about the diodes and screen, you can drop a comment. I will gladly read. And yeah, quite a lot of work done today, I have to admit. I'm kind of happy how it turned out. Makes me think maybe I will print this one just to see if infrared is okay, or maybe we can leave it for hand wiring. Okay, I need to think about this one as well. I think it would be nice to check how it's gonna work. Alright, thank you guys very much for joining today, and yeah, I think I will see you in the next one, hopefully on Wednesday, unless something comes up or I can't decide. But even if I can't decide, I have, maybe there will be like a short stream, because I wanted to check like two things maybe. Oh yeah, the foot pedal, I forgot about that. Yeah, so we have something to do. Alright, thank you very much for joining, guys. Have a great evening, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.